Right, so we're going to do a quick update because I haven't done one for absolutely ages. We'll start in the greenhouse because I told you the last time that stuff had just about finished in here, but it's actually just kept going and going and going. It's quite surprising. We've still got cucumbers. That's probably the biggest one there. It's got a bit of a peel. I've had quite a few off. They're not the nicest, but it's a cucumber. They're not horrible. Golden berry, as you can see, is just gone crazy. It's everywhere. But there's lots of fruit on it, which is awesome. Plenty of tomatoes still going. So, and they're really nice as well, which is good. Still some there. And I got an apricot tree off a very good friend of mine, and it's doing really well. What I'm actually waiting to do is when stuff dies off, I'm going to put it in the little bed like I've put the golden berry. So I'll probably put it there because that's only got one more tomato basically to come, and then once that's gone then I'll put that there because it's in desperate need of potting on now. But it's actually flowering, so which is kind of cool. Chilies, we've had loads of chilies, as you can see. Still loads to come as well. Bell peppers, got a couple on, but the chilies have been absolutely fantastic this year. I've got some cuttings here, hazelnut and apple tree from some of the wild trees nearby. I'll show you some of what we've harvested from the wild trees locally on a picture on the end. I've had 2 aubergine plants and I've never had any fruit off them, but I've kept them in here simply because they've been a fantastic companion plant. They've been covered in whitefly constantly. But the good thing is it's kept it off everything else. I've never had a single bit of insect problem on any of the tomatoes, any of the cucumbers, nothing. So I'll grow them again just as a companion plant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, this pumpkin. It's gone absolutely crazy, but we've had a bit of a nightmare with it because it simply wouldn't set any fruit. But I think we're finally going to set a couple. There's one there, which is only little, and there's one over here, which again is only little, but it just wouldn't set fruit. They kept coming on, kept pollinating them, and they kept dying off. So I tried not pollinating them, and they still died off. So, but never mind. Most of the teddies are cut back and they're out now. If you're on Facebook, yes, I haven't done many videos, but I have been posting on Facebook letting people know what the crack was. But basically we've done really well with the King Edwards and so on. But another reason why I haven't really done much videos about it is because all my labels washed off. So I couldn't tell you what was what in the pots basically. So I'm going to be doing that again. The random potatoes just about died off now, so I will be pulling that soon. But I will video the next dig. The leeks are canny, but they're going to have to come out because a few of them are starting to get into seed. Get them out now before they're all naked because they're a nice size. Well chuffed with them. Beetroot, going to get them out now soon as well. Brussels are canny. Not bad. This one's covered in aphids, so I need to get the hose on that one. Look at this, man. Still getting the odd courgette coming on. Leaves are starting to die off on the gooseberry, red blueberry, and the red cone now. And this thing is just crazy up here as well. Strawberries, we've had 1,000,001 strawberries and the plants are still going. As you can see, there's still flowers, there's still fruit arriving. Absolutely tons of it. I'm going to pinch that one before the slugs do. Carrots, some of them have been okay, but I'm going to stick with sweet candle, I think. I've tried a few different varieties this year and some of them have been alright. The Nantes in particular have been pretty good. Nowhere near as good as sweet candle, so I'm going to stick with them. Up here needs a bloody good tidy, but I'm waiting for stuff to die back. But check it out. Goji berries had a couple of flowers on it. Just a couple, but it's the first time ever. So I'm well happy with that. So I'm just eating a strawberry. Apart from that, there's nothing really else to show you at the minute. It's time to start getting the rest of the beds dug over and stuff, but we have been and bought onions. Out of the onions we had this year, nearly every single spring planted one died off. We got 90% of all the overwintering ones, so that's what we're going to stick with. We're going to stick with overwintering ones because they seem to do much better. All the spring planted ones bolted, didn't get a single one. But we've got some more this year in the form of Troy. What's that one? Radar. Senshu. I think that they were the ones we grew last year, and we're going to have another bash of the red ones, which are electric. We still need to get the garlic, but our local garden centre hasn't had their delivery, which was a bit upsetting. Oh, and if you live in the UK, right, get yourselves down to Wilko. They were selling the canes off for 75p for a pack of 10, and their seeds were like 10p a packet for the Wilko ones and 50p a packet for the branded ones, so I thought that was kind of good. Got some bulbs to go in the front and stuff as well. I'll be getting them planted soon. And I have one more thing to quickly show you. Always done a fantastic job of putting some stuff down on the floor here, just so obviously we're in autumn now. Winter will be here before we know it, and we don't want to have to walk on mud like we usually do. But the winds have just been a nightmare. They blew the beams over and all sorts of that, tie them to the fence. It's just been horrible. I'll just quickly show you out the front as well while I'm on. So everything's, basically dying back out here, but we have got some raspberries still, so that's kind of good. When we're getting the hazelnuts the other day, I found a little plant, so we've adopted it. Need to do some serious de-weeding here again. It's just horrible, and I need to do deadheading and stuff. Over this side, this is ready to go to the skip. Again, still plenty flowers and whatnot, but again, could do with some tidying and some deadheading. So, right then folks, that's it for this one. I'll catch you again next time. Oh, before I forget, I had to do a bit of maintenance with the composter, because you know how we have moles where the little buggers were coming in, eating all the worms in the compost and the manure. So what we've done is we've basically chicken wired the bottom. We took it all out, we've chicken wired the bottom, we've bricked the edges, and hopefully that's it now. So fingers crossed. Right then, time to get the last of the spuds out, so we'll get cracking. camera switched off there. I'm not sure how much you got, but this bucket, a combination of Maris pear and shop bought potatoes. The shop bought potatoes definitely not worth growing. Definitely go get seed potatoes. They're cheap enough, because for the amount of space that they use, the amount of effort it takes, it's not worth it. This is a combination of the King Eddies and the Sarpo Mira. There was about, I don't know, 20 Sarpo Mira spuds and the rest in there are King Eddies. The King Eddies have done really well this year, so we'll definitely be growing them again. The Sarpo Mira this year hasn't done as well. I did an experiment by keeping potatoes I had left over from last year's growth, and they just have not done half as good as going and buying fresh seed potatoes. So lesson learned there. So right, I'm going to stop the video a minute. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea, and then we'll get these pots checked and see what we've got in there. Right, time to see what we've got in the pots. King Edwards. There's a few. It's not bad. It's not good. 2 buckets of Sarpo Axona. Terrible. And 2 buckets of Sarpo Mira. Not good, but not terrible. So we'll get everything tidied up now, and we'll come back in a bit. Okie doke. So there's the leeks harvested, and I have to be honest, I'm pretty chuffed. It's not, there's no sure winners or anything like that, but this is definitely the best harvest of leeks that we've ever had. So we'll definitely be growing these ones again. I can't remember the exact name of them, but I'll have a quick look and I'll put the name below. They were a rust resistant variety, and although they did still get some rust, it was very minimal compared to the rust I had on the garlic, for example. So well chuffed with these, definitely growing them again. Stick with this variety. So all I'm going to do with these for storage is I've washed them off, I'm going to dry them off, I'm going to chop them up, and I'm going to bag them and freeze them. So there we go. This year's leeks. Right, there we go, all bagged up. Nice full bags. 7 bags in total. Now I've got to squeeze them in the freezer. Okay, so I'm going to get the garlic and onions started off today. I've got some garlic, Casablanca, and you can get more though, this isn't enough. But the shop where we usually get our sets and stuff from haven't had the garlic yet, so I'll have to keep popping over. But we're going to just do the usual. Some trays filled with compost, dampened off, plop the set in. So we'll get it done and we'll come back. Okie doke, so there we go. So one thing I just want to tell you as well, I wet the soil before I put the garlic in, so to avoid over wetting the garlic, because they don't like that. It's the same with onions as well, even though they're probably going to get wet at some point because they're going to be outside. They don't like to be saturated, so I put the soil into the pot, I wet the pot, and then I put the garlic in. So I'm going to move these outside now and we'll get the onions done. Okie dokes, I've got the onion sets done just to show you. Still got a few onions left off this year, still hanging in there. It's just empty box ready for storage. And this one is some beet leaves, and underneath is the beetroot, which I've just sorted out. Go outside and I'll show you the onion sets. I've just set them on the beds for now. We've decided that they are going to go in there as the pumpkins come out, which are doing okay. Finally starting to get a bit of a size on them. I don't know what happened, what took them so long, but apparently I'm not the only one that's had the same problem. But yes, there we go, that's that sorted.